Rockets are the most popular way of raiding in Rust, but to get rockets you first need to grind countless hours to get the rocket BP. Just imagine how long would it take for you as a solo to get rockets when starting fresh. So today my plan is to join a 500 pop monthly server to help people get the rocket BP by selling them one. But will I truly be able to sell at least a single rocket without first getting raided by a clan? Let's find out. So I woke up at the beach. Huh? Anyway, I respawned again and headed straight to the outpost. I wanted to live in a snowy terrain, but first I needed to look around. 5 minutes in and I had already reached the outpost. The server had 500 people playing, but I had no trouble getting there. I wanted to look around the map to see whether anyone is selling a tier 3 workbench. I plan to buy one later on. What got me worried right away was the number of shops the server had. I guarantee it had at least 100 different shops around the map.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just hanging around.
I bought 2 stacks of wood and went out to find my build spot. On the way to the build spot, I found this decayed base with some loot inside. If you're not subscribed, don't hesitate to do so. It's free and you can always change your mind. This base literally had everything I needed to make a starter base. The snowy terrain was packed with various sized bases. Some of them were genuinely huge. I had a full inventory of stuff and was ready to drop a starter base, but this guy had other plans. This guy didn't take all the loot I had. And when I least expected it, but of course, a few minutes later this hacker appeared out of nowhere. Why hacker, you ask? Keep watching the video. As any other great citizen of Rust, I reported the guy and spawned into my sleeping bag. But
I'm joking! Stop!
after a little struggling start, I noticed these massive mountains and immediately understood that this was the place for my base.
Bruh.
I farmed a bit of resources and finally reached the top of the mountain. Here at the top, I found this magnificent little spot right at the cliff. I knew I had to take it for myself, but I met my first neighbors before that. Without a bag nearby, I once again started from zero.
Oh no!
I farmed some resources at the cover of the night and later headed straight for the mountain. Once there, I started building my starter base. Now with a secure 2x1, it was time to get the goods. My neighbors were close by, but they had no idea I placed the base. To get rockets, I will first have to get the tier 3 workbench. But first, I had to deal with the basics. I needed a furnace. I had no blueprints, meaning I would have to start getting everything from zero. Throughout the first hour on the server, I understood it would be a challenging task. Nonetheless, I kept moving forward. At this point, I was ready to smash my head into the keyboard. I don't remember the time it was this difficult to do any progress. I finally made a sleeping bag in my 2x1. I went to make some food. In the meantime, I farmed myself every time I died from cold. I said farmed, I'm sorry I can't spell the word right, okay? There was this large furnace and I was really in the need of mel frags. But for some reason there was a guy right there. And he was coming to me, and, you know, I was kind of in a worry. He might kill me. I was in a big need of a mel frags, so I was desperate to go again. But once again, someone was nearby. Yeah, it was pretty crowded. At this point, I was about to lose my last brain cell. Somehow, I was able to get 2 gears and a medium battery, and surprisingly, I got them home safe. You have no idea how big this was for me. Here goes nothing. 3rd time's the charm, baby.
Leave me alone.
With the acquired mel frags, I was able to afford myself a metal door. Now I felt a bit more safe, but I still needed a furnace. So I went to the dome for some crude barrels. With a cooking furnace, I was now looking forward to expanding my base. But there was this one problem I didn't notice about my base. Slowly but surely, my TC was filling up with goodies. And I made level 1 workbench. Remember when I mentioned the 100 shops around the map? Well, it was time to explore them. I was mainly looking for a tier 2 now. I did find a few shops selling tier 2, but they were all out of stock. For now, I ordered myself a SAR. And just like that, I brought my very first gun home.
Oh fuck, you are about to be dead.
Yeah, I was having a hard time getting more and better loot, but I wasn't gonna give up that easily. Day 1 was about to end. I placed a few sleeping bags and went to the dome to get some loot. But I didn't have enough protection from rads.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Now, I was ready to expand my base, but yeah, I've built a 2x1 close to the ground and could not expand. I still had the little platform a bit below, so I decided to build a new base on that platform, but I was gonna do that tomorrow. Day 1 was technically over for me, but I still went to the harbor to get some loot before logging out. With this last trip to the harbor, day 1 came to an end. Despite the competition in my area, I dropped the starter base with a metal door. Tomorrow, the plan is to build the main shop. Oh yeah, remember the hacker I met? Well, he got banned. Surprisingly, no one raided my starter throughout the night. First thing I did was look around to see what changed overnight. I got back from a little trip around, got some wood to fill up the furnaces, and was preparing to build the new base. My TC was filled with building materials, so it was time to use them for the new base. After securing the 2x2, I moved my loot from the starter into the main base. I went keycard hunting to a nearby harbor. It was quite early, so there weren't many people around. This run was going pretty smoothly. I got the blue card and a bunch of cloth. Now it was time to get the building materials and improve the base. It was getting dark, so I took the remaining goodies from the starter base and moved them into the main base. With the acquired stone, it was time to upgrade the base once again. Now I felt a little more safe, but I wasn't planning on stopping there. I wanted to have my shop on the 3rd floor, so I needed more farm. But for now, I went to the outpost to buy the tier 2 workbench. I bought the workbench and headed back. On the way home, Well, see it for yourself.
I don't like where this is going.
Luckily, I was able to safely drop the workbench and get it back after getting killed. Tier 3 was next. I had some leftover building materials, so I tried finishing the second floor with them. Somehow I wandered to the dome, and thank God, because I found something I didn't expect to get. Python and the supply signal. Awesome! I wasn't planning on using the supply signal. Instead, I decided to sell it for 200 scraps once I finished setting up the shop. Killed in my own home. Nice. I sealed the roof so things like these would never happen again. My main objectives for today were 3. Set the shop, get the tier 3 workbench, and fortify the base for the night, in case someone will raid me. Well, it's easier said than done because the upcoming events will get a little spicy. I decided to give a train yard a chance. I did in fact hear someone constantly shooting there, so I had to be careful. Ladies and gentlemen, meet One Way, a whistling player that will soon become my nightmare. I found a medkit, recycled it, and brought the syringe back home. I wanted to remake the second floor of the base. I was eager to have the shop today, but first I had to expand even more. I was out for a few hours. I got tired of constantly getting killed, so I needed a break. Slowly but surely, I was getting closer to the desired tier 3 workbench. But instead, for now, I decided to use the scraps I had to learn the electric furnace. My area had no wood, so having an electric furnace will help speed up the resource cooking process. Now, it was time to build the final floor of the base. Now with the third floor complete, I was able to craft a vending machine and start selling the supply signal I got earlier. Yeah, a solo with a bow versus the entire server with guns. Great. Somehow, I was able to escape. Nice.
No, man! Man, I will find you. And your mom.
I tried to go on the road to get a bit of scrap. Guess how it all went. Not long after I placed a supply signal for sale, it sold. I used the scrap to research SAR and 556. After I crafted my first SAR, I went to the train yard. Suddenly, I spotted someone. Now, the question was he alone? Now, it was clear One Way was not alone. At this point, I got a bit worried they might find out where I live and raid me before I even start selling rockets. I sadly was not recording for the past 10 minutes, but I managed to kill a guy literally here. The good thing about it is that I got a Tommy, but I was able to capture another satisfying occasion. Anyway, I had no time to waste, so I returned to the train yard. Because train yard was close to my base, I frequently went there to get some loot. So far, I avoided buying a Jackie, but I decided to grab some comps and go to the outpost to get one.
I'm joking! No!
To get comps, I either went to the train yard or the dome, but this dome run was more successful than ever. I got yet another supply signal.
Пожалуйста, забери все, что тебе надо. Давай, прошу.
Man, this DLC is one of the best things added to Rust. Like, these ads? Bruh, they're amazing. I had some spare comps, so I went to the outpost to once again recycle them. Slowly but surely, I was getting closer to the desired Tier 3 workbench. Day 2 was about to end, So I started upgrading my base to metal. I used all of the metal frags and got back to farming scrap. I really wanted to have the tier 3 as soon as possible. By selling the last sulfur stack and a supply signal, I almost had the needed amount of scrap to make the tier 3. Finally, after a 2-day grind, I was able to get the tier 3 workbench. Now, it was time to get the rockets. But to get rockets, I will first have to get another 2250 scrap.
What? No, dude!
Some dude was camping outside my base, so I went to take his head. Before leaving for the night, I went to the dome once again, and I met a guy there. But of course, later on, I got stuck on the rocks and, well, this happened. Yeah, that was quite an unlucky escape. But someone was more unlucky than me. My neighbors were getting raided. I tried to see if I could snatch any loot. But I couldn't. So, day 2 was now over. I upgraded my base to metal, learned the first BP of a tier 3 and logged out for the night. Tomorrow, the main goal will be to get the rocket BP. On day 3, I had nothing but rockets in my head. I was eager to get the BP today, meaning much farming awaits me. This time, I decided to go down the underground train system to get even more comps and scrap. I didn't know that yet, but I was not the only one roaming the train system. Thank God I saw the red laser in time. Luckily, I was able to escape. After that, I went on another trip to the train yard. After a few farming trips, I was able to afford myself a few BPs. It was considerably easy to get scrap now, but everything was about to change for bad. I had some comps and crude oil laying around, so I went to the outpost. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. I heard someone eco-raid a base next to mine, so I went to check it out. I wanted to have the night vision goggles, so I tried going to the outpost again. I got the night vision goggles and used the scrap I had to learn them. Finally, nighttime came, so I went out with the night vision goggles to do a puzzle at the train yard. I had to hurry because the sun was about to come up.
Bruh.
Thankfully, no one was around, so I was able to get every single crate. And well, the crates were juicy as hell. Just as I was about to leave, someone started shooting me. Thank God I made it in time. I was now heading home with all the loot. A little while ago, my neighbors got raided. I went to investigate the base and see if they left anything useful behind. But the base was completely empty. They left nothing behind. So I returned home. More than 2 days have passed since I first arrived at the server. Throughout that time, I've heard multiple countless raids. Even my neighbors got demolished and I only had a chance to meet them once. I got a little worried someone might raid me before I even start selling rockets. I went to do another puzzle run at the train yard, but I got a little carried away.
Huh?
What?
I don't ever remember lag saving me from getting door camped, but neither I was planning to sit inside my base. In the end, I got killed by the same guy I killed a minute ago. This server ain't giving me a break, man. This guy again.
I thought you were dead!
At this point, I was certain One Way knew where I lived. Now the question was whether he will raid me. Day 3 was closing to an end. I still needed over 1,000 scrap. I took everything to see how much scrap I could potentially have after recycling the comps. But recycling had to wait because I ran into a bit of action. After so long, I was able to get my mini revenge on one way. It felt sweet. I formed a bit of metal frags throughout the time, so I added another layer of protection to the base. Well, that was unexpected. Good thing I had a flame turret. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but somehow I forgot to take bullets when roaming in the train yard. And well, it was the worst time not to take any bullets. Whew, thank God I managed to escape. Well, at least I thought so. It was time to do the big recycling trip to the outpost. I've made an offer in my shop to transfer the scrap via drone instead of risking it all by coming home on foot. For the love of God, yes, don't judge me, I sold my HQM for scrap.
Andy! How are you, man? How are you, Andy?
That's it! I was almost there. I just needed an additional 300 scrap and the rocket BP is in my hands. Just before going out, I heard someone trying to bait me. And once again, it was one way. At this point, honestly, I was not sure if he's gonna raid me or not, so I was gonna kill him every time I'll see him next time, so yeah. I really hope he's not gonna raid me though. Yeah, the death count just keeps getting worse. After that, I got yet another supply signal. I took a little more comms to recycle at the outpost. I was planning to log out soon, so I wanted the rockets here and now. I recycled the scrap and used the same method as previously. And thank God I did, cause otherwise this would happen. Crazy cheaters, man. Come on. And after such a long grind, I had the rocket BP. I secured the shop floor and logged out for the night. Day 3 was now over, and so was the rocket grind. From day 4, I will start grinding the materials for the rockets. It took me 3 days to get the rocket BP, and I know that for some of you it might sound ridiculous and that it could have been done sooner. But remember, it's a 500 pop server, and well, I started fresh with no BPs as a solo. Anyway, I woke up early before work to craft 1 rocket for sale. At first, I wanted to try and sell the rocket for 250 scrap. I logged back a few hours later to see whether I sold the rocket. And I did! I used the remaining scrap I had left to learn the garage door. It was time to fortify the base, so I made 10 garage doors. I made 3 extra rockets, but I will try to sell them for 300 scrap each this time. I automated the shop. For now, I'd sell 2 rockets at a time. A few hours passed, but no one bought the rockets, so I reduced the price to 250 scrap. A few hours later, I hopped back to see whether I sold the rockets, and once again, I did. I sold all 3 rockets, and now I needed more. With the materials I had, I was able to craft 4 more rockets. figured it would be a great idea to learn the Tommy and pistol ammo.
I have this. This.
I now had 8 rockets for sale. That was pretty much it for day 4. Before leaving, I did some final touches to the base and crafted as many rockets as possible. Day 4 was now over. Before leaving, I had put 2 extra rockets for sale, and now I had 10. For the upcoming days, I will have only one goal: keep farming sulfur, charcoal, low grade, and pipes. It seems like an easy task, but the reality is always different. On day 5, I immediately ran to see if I had sold any rockets, but I didn't sell a single rocket. Keep in mind that the price is 250 scrap for one rocket. My theory was that because of the many shops across the map, it was hard to spot my shop. I made a few farming trips, reduced the price of rockets to 200 scrap, and logged off. I was off to work. I'm gonna be speaking too much. I just really hope that you are enjoying this video so far. You're liking the story, all that kind of stuff. And if you are, leave a like, and more importantly, leave a comment. I read all of them. I like reading people's comments. Okay, we sold 3 rockets. Not bad. Yeah, reduced the price a little bit, so in total we have sold 7 rockets. I mean, not great, not terrible, really. I mean, we can use the scrap now. I also decided to sell HV rockets, but of course, first I would have to learn the BP. Holy shit, guys, just look at that. Oh, Jesus, that's an entire compound. I've passed it on day 1, I remember it. I've never seen someone do something like that before. That's gotta be a lot of lot of vending machines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I ain't gonna fucking count. It's over 100 vending machines for sure. Crazy. It's been a while since I've been at the train yard. I pressed the record button a bit too late before stepping in. I killed a guy in the forest. What I didn't know was that he had friends. I had a parachute from a guy I killed earlier, so in case something terrible happens, I'll use it to run away.
Bruh.
I reduced the price of one rocket to 150 scrap. No one was buying, so there was no other choice.
No way! Someone bought rockets. Let's go. I'm not gonna be checking now. I'm heading straight over there. Cool. So your rocket's sold. Yeah, now it's possible to use it. Anyway, I'm taking a break. See y'all.
2 hours after the break, I checked in to see if I sold any rockets. But once again, I didn't. I crafted 100 explosives, but I was lacking some pipes. I tried to advertise my shop close to the outpost, but yeah. This is my 4th supply signal this wipe. Nice! I went to the dome to see if I could get any pipes there, but boy oh boy. Someone was about to do dome 2, at least that's what I thought. Chinook started hoovering around the dome. That's when I understood what was about to happen. But sadly, I got demolished. I was shooting the sky, missed my first shots, and died. Finally, I managed to get the remaining 2 pipes and crafted 10 extra rockets. That was it. I once again reduced the price to 150 scrap for a rocket, and I had 15 rockets for sale. Day 5 was now over. With each day I spent less and less time playing, but on day 6 I woke up super early before work. I was curious to see if I sold any rockets. Yeah, throughout the night I only sold 1 rocket. "12 hours later, I came back to see if I sold any more rockets. I sold everything! At this point, I sold 24 rockets. I have to be honest with you guys. I don't normally craft rockets in raids, so I'm not sure if 24 rockets for a solo is a lot, but for me, it was something. And to be able to sell them all? That's even better. I finally learned the HV rocket BP too, but that was it for day 6. I had important real-life stuff to deal with, so I couldn't play anymore. I had everything but pipes to make rockets, so I went to the train yard for some goodies. I got only 3 pipes, so I crafted 3 HVs for now. I was asking 50 scrap for a single HV.
Well, it's not gonna be often you hear me speak in this video, but I'm speaking again, so let's go check if selling high velocity rockets kinda like, you know, helps the business. All I need now is a lot of pipes and gunpowder, so we're gonna be farming that again. So, nope, no one's buying them. I actually have a mastermind plan. What if I use all of the scrap that I have now and buy some smoke grenades? The outposts, recycle them, have the gunpowder, and just make the rockets that way?
The mastermind plan was quite simple. If I'd sold one rocket for 250 scrap, I could exchange it for 50 smoke grenades. Those same smokes can be recycled for 900 gunpowder and 1250 milfrags. So with each sold rocket, I can make 250 gunpowder.
Yeah, I'll take 500 for now, just to test this method, to see how much can we potentially like make, because I have all the blueprints that I need on me right now.
The only downside is that it takes time to buy the smokes.
Alright, I kind of fucked up because it didn't record it how I just transferred all the 1.5k gunpowder to the base. Because I do have this, yes, see it's coming back, so... Okay, what? That I transferred all of the gunpowder home. I was not prepared for that, I'm sorry.
Now, I had a decent amount of gunpowder. It was time to get the pipes. At this point, I was tired. So, to have a bit of chill time, I took 1k scrap and some comps. I was gonna buy some smokes. I managed to get extra 4k gunpowder and one pipe. Throughout the time I've been in the outpost, someone bought the 3 HVs. I got some pipes, so it was time to make some rockets. I have also made an offer for pipes in case someone wants to sell them. And just like that, day 7 was now over. I left 4 rockets and 1 HP for sale overnight and logged out. I woke up super early before work on day 8 to check the shop. I sold 4 rockets, but no one sold me pipes. So I went on the road. It was once again super early in the morning, so I've used that time to farm a bit of resources. I did the necessary things and logged out, but I joined a little later that day because I needed to craft some more rockets. I crafted additional 4 rockets and 3 HVs for sale. After crafting the rockets, I once again came back to the outpost to buy some smokes.
Bruh.
I now had 5 regular and 5 HVs for sale. hate this game. How many times do I have to fucking die? 100, 200, 300. I'm having a fucking stroke right now. Like, what the hell is going on? After having a hard time dealing with my nerves, I took a break. When I got back, I went to check if I sold any rockets. After dying a few times, I once again took a break. When I got back, all of the rockets in 1 HP were sold. With the acquired scrap, I now researched the armored door and the double door. When I got back from a short roam on the road, I found my base covered in twigs. This happened for the first time in 8 days. I was worried someone wanted to raid me, but for now, I went to the outpost to get some gunpowder. Yeah, I forgot to put in stone into my vending machine to make transfers. So, I had to go home to put in the stone into the vending machine. I was lacking some pipes, but I was able to make 3 additional rockets before logging out for the night. Day 8 was now over. Throughout the night, I was able to sell 1 rocket and 1 HV. Not great, not terrible, I guess. I've been around for so long that even this massive compound was decaying. It was kinda weird. I felt like I've been here for too long by now.
Hey, you need help buying rockets?
To be honest, nobody needed help with buying rockets. Someone was actually inspecting my base. I had a feeling that tomorrow is gonna be the day when someone's gonna raid me. Nevertheless, I did a successful underground train system run and came back home. And with the acquired pipes, I was able to make additional 4 rockets and 4 HVs, leaving at a grand total of 6 rockets and 5 HVs for sale overnight. So, and just like that, Day 9 was now over. On the very early morning of day 10, I logged back into the server just to find out that I was offline rated. For some reason, the shop was still functioning, so I decided to go back and see if I can still do anything about it. So, and just like that, that was the end of my story. At this point, I was too exhausted to try and get my base back. I already played for 10 days and I believe that was enough. In addition to this, I was still able to see whether I sold any rockets on the map. And I did! I sold 5 rockets and 1 HV, leaving at a grand total of 46 rockets combined. I sold 40 normal rockets and 6 HVs. To sum up the entire adventure, I'd say it was a long and a very hard challenge. As for a solo, I think I sold a decent amount of rockets. What do you think? If you made this far into the video, I really hope you enjoyed it. If so, leave a sub if you're not subscribed. And until the next time, stay cool, survivors!